our new project, we're going to be creating a logo. Did a search in Google, what is a logo? So let's look at this. A logo is a symbol or other design adopted by an organization to identify its products, uniform, vehicles, etc. So to start with, you are going to be thinking of a brand or a company that you would like to have, something that you would like to design a logo for. And before we get started on this, if you haven't done so already, I want you to pause the video and go back into Module 6 and take the logo pre-quiz. So go ahead and do that right now. Hopefully that was the easiest to 5 points you've ever gotten. These logos are extremely recognizable, so I'm sure that everybody got 100% the first time they took this quiz. I'd be really surprised if somebody missed even one. All right, so number 1, the Apple logo, 2, Starbucks, 3, Target, 4, Twitter, and 5, Nike. And I want you to ask yourself, well, these 5 logos are really successful and really well known. So what is it about them? What do they have that's similar here? One answer you might come up with is they're all fairly simple. The most complex one is the Starbucks logo. Even the Starbucks logo is only in 2 colors here. So they're simple. They're either 1 or 2 color designs. And the other thing that's interesting about these 5 logos is there is no text at all. We recognize these simply by their shape and color. We don't even need to have text for these. Let's look at a few logos over time. We'll start with Apple. Okay, so here is the Apple logo over time. You might be surprised by that logo in 1976. In 1976, Apple Computers was founded by Steve Jobs, who I know you've probably heard of, another guy named Steve Wozniak, and there was a third guy. His name was Ronald Wayne. And they were not rich. They didn't have money. They were just poor college guys or just out of college, and they were just starting out. So Ronald Wayne, one of the co-founders, actually created this logo, the Apple Computer Company, and it has Isaac Newton sitting under an apple tree. Well, 1 year later, Steve Jobs, who was really the mastermind of the Apple marketing, he decided it'd be a good idea to hire a graphic designer to come up with a logo. And that's what you see right here from 1977 to 1998. Actually, quite a long time they had the Apple logo with the rainbow colors in it. And then it changed slightly in 98, and it just keeps changing a little bit. I think right now we are still using just the black silhouette of that logo that was created in 1977. Let's look at another one, Starbucks. Starbucks hasn't changed that much through the years, but you'll notice one thing that has happened is it lost its text. It originally did have the name Starbucks Coffee on it, and through the years the mermaid has changed slowly until the point where we only have the mermaid and just the green and white color, and they dropped the black. Okay, let's look at the Pepsi logo over time. This one's changed quite a bit, but this company's been around for a long, long time. You can see that it was founded in 1898. So from 1898 until present day, you can see that a lot of change has taken place through the decades and through the years. So it's kind of interesting, but now this current logo, again, we've dropped all text, but we all recognize that as Pepsi-Cola. We know that logo. Now, it may have taken some time to get from this original logo to where we are now. Had they gone from this original one straight to this current logo, probably nobody would recognize it as Pepsi-Cola. So it was a progression that took place. What do you notice about the original Pepsi-Cola logos? Do they remind you of another famous cola? Well, let's look at Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola, it has changed over time, but not as much as Pepsi. It really still has that old-fashioned look to it. which I think is kind of cool in a way. It did go to the red color and it added the swoosh, but for the most part, Coca-Cola has not changed as much as Pepsi-Cola as far as their logo goes. All right, let's look at a logo design. This was a logo that I created for this project a few years back, and the fictional company that I thought of was called Aqua Soleil, and the brand of Aqua Soleil was a resort and spa. This is the logo that I came up with, and you'll notice that not only do I have a logo here, but I have a business card. I'm going to just go through these. Here's a business card front, a business card back. This is an envelope and a letterhead. Now this unit is only creating the logo, but in future units you're going to be creating these other items, the business card, the letterhead, the envelope. And you'll also be creating a computer wallpaper, and you're going to create an animated GIF where you're going to be animating your logo. So it's really important that this is a company that you would really like, and it's a logo that you enjoy and that you're proud of, because you're going to be spending some time with this. So make sure you're picking something that's going to make you happy and something that you're going to enjoy working with for a while. Everybody's going to be creating an initial sketch for your logo. You can get the paper for this in the front of the room, and I'll also put it in your MyConnect module. Once you're done with your logo sketch, when you're happy with it, you're going to bring it to me and I'm going to scan it for you. So you'll have a scan that you'll put in the computer and you'll be able to create your logo off of your scan. It's just really nice to be able to hand draw it first and make any changes or tweaks in it that you need to before you get to the computer. And then of course you're going to continue to make changes and tweak it as necessary as you're working on it in Illustrator. You will be creating your logo in Illustrator because logos are done in vector. I'll show you a pre-sketch for this one you may recognize, and if I just close all these windows, you will see this logo on my desktop wallpaper. Okay, so here was the hand-drawn inspiration for this logo, and I actually took my jelly bean mascot and sketched it a little bit bigger onto the side so that I could create the vector for that in Illustrator. So if you need more than one sheet or you need to draw things on the edges of your paper, that's okay too. Just let me know when you come up for your scan. Just let me know. I have 2 scans. It's fine. So as many as you need, and we'll be okay with that. So the next thing you're going to do in your module is you're going to watch a presentation, and so go ahead and do that. Go through the presentation. There are no notes for this lesson. After you're done with the presentation, then you can go ahead and take your quiz.